Down on the Isle where the cliffs run bright and the ferries drift in slow, there's a band of hunters with muddy, nope, we'll avoid that word, with tools and a hopeful glow. They don't chase gold or pirate tales or treasure locked in chests. They're chasing bits of dinosaurs that fell out of the cliffs. Just one more look, they always say, as the tide begins to turn. Halfway round a landslip slope with no easy way to return. A backpack full of rocks and dreams and sandwiches long gone. They've walked so far they've forgotten now which beach they started on. Oh, the dinosaur hunters of the Isle of Wight, with eyes on every stone. Just a quick trip out, they said, they're never heading home. From broken bone to mystery lump, they carry all they find. And half
UK Fossils follows all laws and regulations regarding fossil hunting. In some of our videos we use hammers to extract fossils from rocks. These rocks are not part of the bedrock. They are ex situ rocks that have naturally broken away from the bedrock and are legal to collect under SSSI regulations.
Compton Bay on the Isle of Wight exposes a well-known sequence of lower Cretaceous rocks, recording environments that existed around 125 million years ago. At the eastern end of the bay, the cliffs are formed of the Wealden Group, deposited in river floodplains, channels and lagoons, where alternating mudstones and sandstones reflect changing freshwater conditions. Moving westward, these are overlain by the lower greensand, showing a change in shallow marine conditions as the sea spread across the area. At the far western end of the bay, the sequence continues into younger rocks, ending with the chalk, which forms the white cliffs and stacks at Freshwater Bay. So this beach is the most popular one on the Isle of Wight. It's owned by the National Trust. I've just spotted here actually, you can see there, little fish bone in there. You can see it shines. This is from the Vectus Formation, and it's definitely worth checking these blocks because you will actually find fish bones in there. You can see there's another fish bone there. There's actually a scale there, can you see that there? Little fish scale. So, I mean that was, a minute onto the beach, perhaps? Just a minute. We've already started to find some fish remains. You don't actually need any tools here. You can just find fossils just by searching on the foreshore. In fact, most of the fossils you're going to find in the shingle down there when the sea goes out a bit more. But I'm just having a bit of a scout around at the moment, just to see what's what. Yeah. This there. And another little fish scale there. Loads and loads of fish. But nice to see. So basically, Ali's gone up the other side with Hayden Acle. I've gone this side to have a little look around. What you're actually looking for is bone texture, bone marrow, honeycomb texture. There are lots of fossilised wood down here, so that can confuse a lot of people, but once you start finding bone, you will actually recognise it quite quickly. I say this is the main location, particularly for families. The most popular beach, I think, on the island when it comes to fossil hunting.
Visitors at Compton Bay should be aware of SSSI rules and safety. Never dig or hammer into the cliffs. This is illegal and very dangerous. Make sure to keep well away from the base of the cliffs and only collect on a receding tide. Make sure to report important finds to the Dinosaur Isle Museum, and any removal of dinosaur footprints is illegal. So we are down at Compton Bay today. Yesterday we went to visit Brook Bay, which is just around the corner over there, where you can find the iguanodon footprints. They're quite fascinating to see. So the rocks here are all Cretaceous. They belong to the Lower Cretaceous Wealden Group, roughly 121 to 127 million years ago. But most of the fossils you can find, once this tide recedes, most of the fossils you can find down in the foreshore amongst all the shingle. You can find the dinosaur bones. You can find flint echinoids here as well, and some ammonites. Hopefully today will be a good day for finding fossils.
So one thing you need to look out for here is these shell blocks. These are part of the Vectis Formation, and they're actually full of fish remains too. You can see on this block here, there was a fish scale. How's it from? Hang on. 2 secs. I have covered it up in sand, so I'm just going to wash it in the sea so I can bring it out again. Right, so there, just in there, we've got a fish scale showing. Another one just there. We've got another one in there as well.
Just look out for the black bits in these. You've got a little shiny black bit in there. Just trying to bring it closer to see. Looks like a tooth, but it's not. But yeah, you can find fish scales in here. I'm pretty sure that's a little bit of fish scale right there. So the bone here is black, very similar colour to the lignite, the fossilised wood. One way to tell if it's bone or not is just scratch it on your finger or on a rock, and if it comes off, then you know that it is lignite and not dinosaur bone, because dinosaur bone will not scratch off.
So you can see this here. If I actually scratch it my thumb here. You see that debris come off there? So you know this is actually fossil wood, it's not actually bone. That's a very good way of testing it.
If it doesn't come off on your fingernail, just scratch it on a rock. As you can see, it's making marks on the stone there.
So you're also looking out for the bone marrow as well, the honeycomb classic structure. That's the biggest giveaway. But sometimes if they're rolled in the sea, they can be more harder to distinguish.
So apart from dinosaur bones, you can actually find dinosaur teeth here as well, and they actually can be quite big, and obviously the colour is black. So always look out for the pointy teeth as well. So on the foreshore, it's actually washing out today, and you can actually find fossilised oyster shells here. This is quite a nice size one. It's not quite complete because it is missing a bit coming off of here. I've just seen one down there as well, which is a better example. So as you can see, they do get quite big here. But you can also find bone amongst the shingle here, which I picked up, which is in my pocket. I'll show it to you. So again, you're looking for like this honeycomb effect. And as you can see, it actually goes all round the rock.
This area here is washing out quite nicely, so just focusing my efforts now on this corner here. as you can see, it's a slip. It's protruding out into the water here, so this is being constantly washed out. Whereas up there you can see there's a lot of sand, very little's been washed out there. You also tend to find that these areas are not picked over by lots of people, simply because they don't want to get wet feet, or they want to walk on the sand. There's a shell there, actually, oyster shell. It's quite big actually, isn't it? It's complete. Yeah, not too bad actually. Put that in my bag, I think. So, just down here I've spotted a shark fin spine, and just on this block. You see it just going into there. Okay, so I've got this shark's spine here. I'll look at it over there. I'm going to take that back. Managed to knock a bit off. Try and get back up here now. It's not easy carrying a rock. Eight. Okay. What a lovely view. Lovely view from here. Oh, it's lovely view. Right. This is one big slip, isn't it? So this is the block I've got further up there. You can just see the shark spine just running along there. It's a little bit worn that side, but I think there's more in. It goes down there a bit more.
I think this is bone. You do get a lot of lignite down here, but you can also get bone, which looks very similar to the lignite. So again, you want to be looking for this honeycomb on there so you can tell the difference between what is fossilized wood and bone. So you have the honeycomb texture around here. You've also got lines going down there as well, which you can tell is bone. And I have an example here which is actually wood, so you can tell the difference.
this area here is really good. The sea is constantly washing it out, washing these Wealden Groups out. If you look from the ground, on your hands and knees and look around here, there is so much dinosaur bone material. This one is exactly where I found it just now. And this is another piece of dinosaur bone.
So as you can see, this tide is now receding quite a bit, which is good because it now gives us an opportunity to look more down into the shingle, where I have been finding little bits of bone. That's stalagmite. There we go. A bit of bone there. It's always worth turning rocks over like I've just done. And again, it's all where this pyrite stuff is that you're more likely to find the fragments. Oh, wet feet. I think it's about the fourth fragment I found today. Well, I'll be damned, but it's a bit of turtle plate. And again, you can see the honeycomb at the bone. This is obviously very similar colour to the ironstone.
Is this a piece of bone?
Oh wow, yes, that's that. Excellent. The dinosaur bone. That's a really nice piece, that. Well done.
Thank you.
We were very pleased with the fossils we'd found today. We decided to move on and head towards Hanover Point, where the dinosaur footprints can be seen.
So here at Hanover Point, you can find a lot of iguanodon footprints. And we have one down here, covered in seaweed. This is actually a really nice one. And as you can see the 3 toes from where they put their print into the sand. Now obviously these are owned by the National Trust, so these are not to be destroyed or removed from the beach, just left here for others to look at. I think we have another one here actually.
So despite the fact they're covered in seaweed, you can still make out these prints. They're really nice to see, and this makes it a wonderful attraction for people to come from all over the world to see this famous part of the coastline.
that's a nice little one. That's actually quite clear because obviously then you can see obviously this part of the foot is normally up or higher, isn't it?
Probably just where sand just come around and
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy fossil hunting, like and subscribe to our channel for regular videos on where to collect, hints, tips and location updates. UK Fossils always collects responsibly and is proud to have created the Fossil Code, which helps educate others. We encourage you to read the Code of Conduct and guidelines on our website before going fossil hunting yourself. Safe and sensible collecting is always paramount. The information provided in our videos is for general guidance only. While we aim to ensure accuracy, UK Fossils cannot accept responsibility for any errors, omissions or actions taken based on this content. It is your responsibility to check local regulations and land access permissions before collecting.